You live in the middle of nowhere, literally. No cities, no neighbors, no ambulances, no therapy. Just a lonely farmhouse surrounded by endless desert and existential dread. And you're a small purple dog with anxiety issues, a screaming problem, and the emotional range of a Shakespearean tragedy. Monsters visit your house every week. Why? No one knows. There's no logic here, just horror. Alien ducks, possessed cats, talking slabs of stone that curse your entire bloodline. Your family? A sweet old lady too fragile to lift a teacup, and a bald lunatic who calls you stupid every time you try to save their lives. This isn't a cartoon. It's a psychological torture chamber drawn in pastel colors. And your courage. The only one who realizes that everything is wrong and no one is listening. Because the worst part isn't the monsters. It's not the ghosts, the curses, or the human-sized roaches. It's the fact that you're the only one who notices any of it. Every episode, reality unravels. A new horror walks through the front door, dripping with menace and low-budget sound effects. And you're the only one who reacts like that's a problem. Muriel? Smiling. Eustace? Sleeping. You? Screaming into the void like a dog possessed. Because you are. You see it all. The demonic mailman, the mummy who demands offerings, the chicken from space with a vendetta. You scream, shake, sob, and convulse in 12 different animation styles. And yet, no one blinks. Imagine watching your family slowly get hypnotized by a floating, talking eggplant and being told, "Don't be silly, Courage. It's just a visitor." You live in a house where gaslighting is part of the architecture. Every time you try to help, you're punished. You're not thanked. You're not believed. You're a clown in a horror show, and the only laugh track is your own hysteria. Because when you're the only sane one left, you stop sounding sane too. And it's not like you can leave, because you're trapped in the most cursed location imaginable. A place so isolated, so bizarre. It might as well be a government experiment gone wrong. This isn't just a farm, it's the farm. A rotting wooden box plopped down in a vast, empty wasteland that somehow attracts every cosmic horror in existence. No towns, no roads, no signal. Just a mailbox that only delivers evil, and a windmill that spins harder every time your anxiety spikes. It's always sunset, always dry, always vaguely apocalyptic. You've never seen rain, you've never seen neighbors, you've only seen death knock. This is where time stands still, where laws of physics don't apply, where every direction leads to more nothing. You're not just isolated, you're cosmically abandoned. Need help? Call who? The police? They'd get turned into frogs before they even find the dirt path to your house. You are the 911. And the worst part? There's no reason for any of it. No backstory, no logic. Just a target painted on your roof that says, "Terror, this way." And just when you think maybe, just maybe, you'll get one peaceful day, that's when they arrive. Every episode, every time, a new abomination that crawled straight out of someone's sleep paralysis. These aren't your average cartoon bad guys. They're not goofy or misunderstood. They're unholy manifestations of fear with names like Cats, Freaky Fred, and that one duck from the bathroom episode. Cats, a red feline with the voice of a serial killer and the hobbies of one too. He runs a motel, sells cursed products, and casually tries to murder your entire family, always with a polite smile. Then there's Freaky Fred, who doesn't kill, doesn't steal. He just cuts hair and whispers and stares directly into your soul as he narrates his every thought like a poetry slam from hell. Oh, and let's not forget the giant space chicken, because why not throw in poultry-based trauma while we're at it? The worst part, they never explain why they're here. There's no villain arc, no motivations, just pure, unfiltered chaos that shows up, wrecks your life, and leaves with zero consequences. It's like the universe has a roulette wheel of suffering, and your house is the jackpot every single time. You don't fight evil, you host it. And every time you survive, you know exactly what's coming next. Another knock on the door, another reason to scream. But hey, at least you're not alone, right? You've got Muriel, Sweet, kind, gentle Muriel, surely she makes things better, right? Muriel loves you. She really does. She feeds you, cuddles you, calls you her brave little dog. But love doesn't stop demonic possession. And Muriel? She gets possessed like it's a full-time job. One minute she's making tea, the next she's speaking in tongues and floating across the ceiling. And you have to fix it, again. Every time she nearly dies, gets abducted, hypnotized, or turned into a crystal, you have to save her. No one else notices, no one else cares. And when it's all over, she just pats your head and says, "Oh, courage, you worry too much." No, Muriel. He doesn't worry too much. He's the only one worrying at all. Her love is real, but it's not protection. It's just a soft blanket wrapped around a bomb. But if Muriel is the warm hug that does nothing, Eustace is the cold slap that never stops. Eustace is not just grumpy, he's not just old-fashioned, he's a full-blown emotional terrorist in slippers. He actively hates you. He doesn't just ignore your panic, he feeds off it. You scream, he laughs, you cry, he grabs a mask and scares you on purpose. Your entire life is a trauma loop, and he's the guy pressing replay. He calls you stupid dog with the passion of a man who's made it his entire personality. You save his life, doesn't matter. He'll still hit you with a newspaper and go back to watching static on TV. And somehow, he's never the one who dies. You suffer the horror. He wins the nap. You're in a haunted house, and your roommate is the ghost of toxic masculinity. But the horror isn't just in what happens to you. It's how it looks and sounds. Because in Courage's world, the nightmare has a style. The art style of Courage the Cowardly Dog isn't just quirky, it's a full-on psychological assault. 1 second you're watching pastel colors and soft lines, and the next, bam! Your eyeballs are assaulted by grotesque close-ups, wild zooms, and shapes that make your brain short-circuit. Faces distort like your worst fever dream. Mouths stretch wider than anatomy allows. Eyes pop and melt in real time. And the sound design? It's a symphony of terror, screeches, howls, guttural growls, and the unmistakable sound of Courage's panicked yelps, repeated on a loop like a bad ringtone from hell. Every cut is abrupt. There's no time to breathe. Silence doesn't mean peace. It means something worse is coming. It's like the animators caught a migraine and made it their muse. So not only are you emotionally traumatized, but you're also visually and auditorily punished. Congratulations, you're trapped in a bad trip drawn frame by frame. So you fight off monsters, save your family, and barely keep your sanity intact. Sounds heroic, right? Well, not really. You're the savior, the protector, the last line between your family and utter destruction. But no one notices. Muriel thanks you with a soft smile and a biscuit. Eustace grumbles and calls you names. Because why change a routine? You pull your family out of fire, alien invasions, and spooky curses, and the best you get? Indifference. Every victory is just another episode set up for the next disaster. Your heroics don't change a thing. You're caught in a loop where heroism feels like a thankless curse. You're the only one running the show, and no one even buys tickets. And all this terror isn't just in your head, it invades your body. Your eyes are permanently wide, pupils dilated like tiny saucers. Your limbs tremble without warning. You sweat buckets for no reason. Your heart races like it's running a marathon every waking second. Sleep? Forget it. Even when you close your eyes, your brain rewrites every nightmare. Your body is a prison of perpetual panic. No breaks, no escape, no peace. This is your reality, a never-ending adrenaline rush with no finish line. Congratulations, you're a ticking time bomb with fur. So what's the point of it all? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? A happy ending? Nope. Tomorrow, the nightmare starts again. Another monster, another curse, another reason to scream. You're trapped in a loop of terror with no pause button, no reset, no vacation days. Your life is a series of horrifying episodes stitched together by your own frantic howls. And your family? They go on like nothing's wrong. Because in this cursed farmhouse, denial isn't just a coping mechanism, it's survival. So, yes, you're courage. The purple dog who's constantly terrified, endlessly exhausted, and eternally unappreciated. But hey, at least you get to scream a lot. Sometimes, that's all you can do.